Hey guys, welcome to episode number 77 of the Resellers. Still, oh my God, where have we been? It's like we disappeared. Everybody's like, they're gone. They're never coming back. They left us without even a good beat to step two, step two, step two. You know that song?
No.
How does it go? You don't. Oh, it's a Aaliyah song. Can't remember. But anyway, I missed you guys so much.
Oh, so much.
Too, yes.
I don't talk to anybody like like outside. I'm like, all my friends are gone.
Right.
But how's everybody been? What'd y'all do this summer?
Oh my gosh. Who wants to go first?
You go, Yvon.
Yeah, why don't you go?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. In June, my middle daughter, my 16-year-old, she moved like permanently from Virginia. So we had to rearrange the house. Hence why I got a new office, because I lost my other office to my nephew who got moved out of my daughter's room. And then I got moved into nothing. And I just got this office last week, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. That's awesome, especially now that you have that AC.
I know. Well, I was just telling you, it keeps clicking off because the plug is like over. It's an old house, and the plug's not equipped to like handle the power of my air conditioner. So, but yeah, it'll be good. I'm excited. I actually listed things yesterday, which I haven't done in a really long time, and trying to get back into the flow of the go. But yeah, this summer we just did a lot of water park. If you follow me on Instagram, I know everybody kind of fell off of Facebook, but if you follow me on Instagram, I post over there all the time. We did a lot of water park. We went to San Antonio, just different stuff like that. It was an actual summer.
Right?
That's good. That has great value.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like I told my daughter, I said, because she's like, oh, I need money for this and that. And I said, it's so much better to spend money on like travel, because I've never forgotten anywhere that I went, but I have forgotten things that I spent hundreds of dollars on.
Yeah. Experience. I understand you.
Yep. All right. Who's next? Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. So June, I went to Austin, right, for the Green Room meetup, and met up with some Green Room peeps, but I also had the opportunity to meet up with Deb and Tracy and our friend Kathleen, and that was a lot of fun. So we did some thrifting and had some lunch, and Prof Sales was there, and I finally got to meet Karan. Did you say her name Karan or Karen? Karan, yeah. So love her. She's totally awesome.
Isn't she great?
Yes, she is. And then what else did we do? So, and Madeline did that trip with me. So it was kind of like a mother-daughter trip. That was a lot of fun. And then what else did we do? We had our big summer trip was to Florida. We went to, what's it called? Palm City. What's it called? I can't remember now. We're talking about experiences. And
Panama Beach?
Yes, thank you. Hello. So we did that, and that was fun, and the water was amazing, but I couldn't get in it, right, because I cut myself on my dishwasher, so I had a big cut on my leg. So it wasn't a very good idea for me to get in the water. And what else did we do? I don't know. The kids just went back to school yesterday. It's been crazy around here.
Is it really quiet?
It's so quiet. It's like bittersweet, really it is, because I really do miss them. I like having them home with me. But it's good to get back into a routine and a schedule for sure.
All right, Yvon, what about you, ma'am? Where you been? What you been doing?
Well, I did keep, an eye on you guys on Instagram, of course, my girls, see what you guys were doing. And I saw you were having great summers and doing family time and things like that. And Tonya was feeling better. So for me, yeah, summer was crazy too. So I did eBay Open. You guys know that.
Yep.
I didn't really film anything. I just was like Deb's realizing too, me too. I was like, no, it's an experience. I paid a lot of money. I want to feel what's happening to me, like not be always like a camera opportunity.
Yep.
But I was there. I got to meet a lot of great people in person. And can I beg you guys now to start putting money away? And so for next year, because admittedly, I went more for the social aspect, but that was such a good like boost, to meet everybody in person. And I feel like there's going to be even more resellers from our community, whatever that means, that will be attending again next year. Finally got married, so we finally did that as soon as I got back from Vegas.
Yay.
We did that. I know, finally, right? Been engaged.
I didn't want to put you on blast, so I just said events in the thing. I was like, events happened, and I was like, if Yvonne wants to talk about it, she will.
Yeah, because we're not trying to spend like a bunch of money on a wedding, and one of our other daughters is getting married next year, so we just kind of eloped, if you will. But we had a great time. It was very intimate, just us. And what I will do is I will have a huge anniversary party and invite friends. But anyways, so that was good. And then there was something else. Oh, I kicked up my Poshmark. We all went back to Poshmark, didn't we? But for good reason. With their new features, it makes it, more viable.
Yeah, I've been trying to, like, when I did list something over the summer, which was very few things, it went on Mercari first. Because it just was performing better. It has good features, just like Poshmark, of promoting your listing and letting your likers know, like, hey, I just dropped the price $1. Hey, it's just... I don't know. The shipping features are way better. The way the actual listing is better. And now they even updated in the actual photo upload section is awesome. And I'm like, what is going on with eBay that they can't even perform like this smaller platform?
Right. And I tell you what they need to do. And that's the whole, how we make our payments at the end of the month, or mine is anyway. I can't stand that. I really like Mercari and Poshmark and the fact that they take their cut right away and I don't have to worry about it ever again. So
yeah. I mean, even OfferUp, because OfferUp just started offering shipping.
I didn't know that.
Even OfferUp has a better shipping discount than eBay has. It's ridiculous. I love eBay. I've been on eBay I think I sold my first thing on eBay like 17 years ago, but yeah, they gotta step it up
for sure.
Especially on the shipping, especially on those shipping discounts. I mean, it's no problem to offer free shipping on Mercari, because what's it going to cost me? $6.50 for a 3-pound item?
Yeah,
But
yeah, anyway. eBay could negotiate some shipping discounts for us too.
Yeah, you would think with the volume that they have, I know it has to be more than Mercari or OfferUp. OfferUp just started offering shipping.
Right, easily.
So weird. So, other than that, did you guys, I guess we can just get into our normal topics, which I don't even know what the normal topics are anymore because I didn't do like a refresher of this. No, I'm just kidding. You guys have any really good sales to talk about? Anything spectacular that stood out to you?
I'm sure Tonya had a home run. She always does.
Go ahead, Tonya. Tell us about your $400 bracelet. This
let me
$200 spatula you found.
All right, let me pick a window here. Okay. All right, let me know when you guys are seeing my screen.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let me go back here to eBay first. So I sold these boots right here. They are, probably gonna top this. Is it Lucchese?
Yeah.
Lucchese. Okay. Yeah, cowboy boots. So I paid up for these. I think I paid $25 or $29, and I had them up for $179, and I got a best offer for $120. And I'd had them a while, so I went ahead and took that. So I felt like that was a good deal. And let me show you what the let's see, so you know what to look for. I guess this is a brand of their boots, 1883.
Yeah, Lucchese's are super expensive.
Super.
I went to go buy Malo a pair of boots for a gift many years ago, and I had to get like the lowest possible option, like that still looked nice, and they were still $229. and they were just basic black boots.
That's crazy.
And but I was like, I called them Luchisis. So I'm like, he's like, it's not Luchisi's.
It's so funny. Okay, so here is another sale. This is an Eleanor Rose School Days dress. This line of clothing I buy for my daughter Madeline. Not so much anymore because she's a big 5th grader now and she's really kind of getting out of this stuff. But I have several outfits now. This originally cost me, I think, $34.99. But this brand here, it's collectible, and not so much on Poshmark, but on eBay for sure. And so I know there are moms out there definitely looking for it. So I put it up really high because there was none like mine available, and somebody bought it. And they won't have the normal clothing tag like at the back behind the neck. It'd be on the dress, like on the bottom left-hand side, and that's what it looks like. It says Eleanor Rose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll have a sizing tag on the inside like that. And that's really all they're going to have. So I know my pictures are horrible, but I was just in a hurry to get it up. I struggle with making my pictures look good for clothing. So I had a couple good sales on Amazon yesterday. I'm really getting back into the books. So
Great. I'm so glad because you like stopped and I couldn't figure out why.
Right. Okay. So this one sold yesterday. Now this is a good example of a book that doesn't actually have a barcode on the back. So I always scan these anyway. When I say scan, I just use like the Flow. I don't use the Flow app, but now within the Amazon seller app, they've got something similar to Flow, and that's what I use. And so I paid $2.99 for this book, and it sold yesterday for $47.45. Let's see. And then the other one I had is this one. Now, this one's been in my inventory for some time now, and whenever I first bought it, it even had a million sales rank on it. Of course, it's gone down now, but and so as the price has gone up. So yesterday, mine sold for $46.95, and I paid $1.99 for this book. So I'm out I spent like $5 and made almost $100 profit just off of 2 books. So if you guys are not scanning the books, you're definitely passing up and leaving profit on the table.
I am not scanning the books, and I am leaving profits on the table, and probably will continue to do so. Because I just can't do it.
I know it's not for everybody, but I love it. And when I'm selling books, I always have money, so that's what I love about it.
Yeah, you do so well with it, and I just can't figure out how, because there's so many of them. Like you go into this, it's like going into it's like looking for clothes, where it's just like flip, flip, flip. Only with books, you have to actually scan them and scan them, and it's not like clothing where you can just go You actually would have to be like scan, scan. Like,
but you know what? With books, I can do that. I can't go because
how do you know though? I
don't always know. That's not totally true, but I mean, I have a good idea. I've been doing it for a long time now, and I have a good idea. I just look for stuff that might look newer. Definitely, I don't really scan a whole lot of fiction because a lot of that stuff is, mass produced, and there's, just too much of it. But I just kind of have an idea. But I do scan a lot too. I spend a lot of time scanning, so still.
I don't get it. But I love that you do.
Did you buy a scanner, or do you just use your phone app, or?
No. If I was into it big time, I would, maybe look into a scanner. But I just use my phone, my Amazon seller app, and I have for years, and that's what I've done for years, and it's worked out really good for me. So
it's really fast. It used to be super slow. Like a couple of years ago, it was like the slowest process, but now it's way faster because they've got that more. It's not just a barcode scanner; it's more of like an image searcher. So it's just, it's. You used to have to be like perfectly aligned, and hold it and scan it, and now you don't. It's much better.
Right.
Okay. You want to talk about your stuff, Yvon?
Okay, so I haven't really worked a lot either this summer, you know. I think I barely maintained. I usually try to maintain about 300 listings on eBay and between the two stores, and I think I'm only at about 200. But I did still, after all the eBay glitch period, which whatever that was, I still am having a few sales now and then, so I can't complain. But so I don't really have anything exciting to talk about. I'm trying to keep sales above $25. I'm still working on going back to that model. I'd rather have, less but higher ROI. I'm still working on that. I don't know. I sold some vintage Escada. I think that I love to do that. Vintage Escada.
How do you know it's vintage? Because of the tag?
Yeah, the different tag. So for some reason, I find a lot of that here. I used to find a lot when I was in Dallas. I'm not sure why I'm finding it here, but I am. So they still make Escada, but even the vintage stuff sells well. There's something else I wanted to talk about. I forgot of what happened to me this summer. And are we okay? Did we just
we're fine.
Oh, okay. So, okay, I sort of became an eBay influencer in a way, not full-fledged to where I'm going to try to hype you up and like rah, but they started, I don't know how many of you filled out that questionnaire last year that they sent out announcing the seller diversity advocate program, but I filled it out and I put in my pledge, and my platform that I wanted to cover was Generation X, because I have a bee in my bonnet anyways about Generation X, a side project I'm doing.
Really?
So that was mine. So yeah, I'm an elder Gen X. So they liked that idea and they picked it up. So they announced it at eBay Open. I couldn't really talk about it beforehand. I think I did sneakily tell Tonya, but I couldn't really talk about it. So that happened to me. So I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. And I just wanted to put out there to anybody else who wants to do something like that. They will be here. So watch for that in your eBay email. And maybe you want to try it too. Maybe you have, some kind of minority or some kind of, demographic that you want to cover.
I don't know what I would want to cover. Like crazy married women who sell on eBay. I don't know.
That's a thing. Right?
Yes, actually, yes, it is. It's funny. I was listening to how I built this, and the guy that did RX bars, his interview was just recently, and he was talking about entrepreneurs and how if you notice, a lot of higher up entrepreneurs and even just regular people, all tend to have some kind of issue, like either they're dyslexic, or they've got some kind of anxiety disorder, or they've got some kind of something that earlier wasn't I guess didn't make them part of the norm of society, and they ended up, I guess, just routing over into super entrepreneur. I thought that was really interesting. Because you got to think, I mean, some people, there's a lot of people that they don't want to own their own business. They don't want to deal with, they just want to go to their job and do their job and then leave their job. And kind of when you run your own business, you never leave.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to teach yourself. I've been self-employed for so long, almost all my adult life. You have to teach yourself how to do that, how to clock out of your own business. It can be a struggle.
Or am I?
But I'm thinking back to the Seller Diversity Advocate Program. I'm trying to think of who all I met. I don't think anyone's covering stay-at-home mom. See, I think the problem was when they put the application out, they said minority. So I think a lot of people just thought, oh, race or
you
whatever.
Think, well, women are a minority, they say. And then there's race minority. But I think if you think about a minority, you'd have to think that it's not the norm. I know that's not the proper way to say that, but You know, if you think of a majority, then what's not the majority? Not the norm. You know, like not your normal idea of, I guess, the way something's supposed to be. I don't know.
And
Maybe I
right
just
now,
said that all
Gen X
wrong.
is a minority. We're sandwiched between the baby boomers and the millennials, and we need to kind of step up our game. We only got so many years left. Come on, where are we? What are we doing? So anyways, that's the bee in my bonnet.
What does that mean? Like, I've never heard that before.
You're from Texas, girl. Yes, you do.
It's like saying, like, it really grinds my gears.
Or get my panties in a bunch, but that just sounds crude. So, bee in my bonnet.
A bee in my bonnet. Okay, let's remember that.
Okay. All right. So I'll talk about some of the sales I had. I haven't sold a whole lot. Well, you know, honestly, if you really think about it, I sold as much as effort I put in, which was super minimal. So I was only doing like a couple $100 a month, like $400, something like that. But you know, when I kind of get down on myself about that, I'm like, oh man, I only did like $300 or $400. But then I remember the point in time when I first started doing YouTube, and I was like, oh God, I did $570 this month. You know, like it was $80 last week, and before that was $100, and like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I wasn't even doing my business. So I think I did actually pretty well for the minimal amount of effort I did. But let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. This has a story. And it's a sad story. But all right, so I bought a piece of pottery locally from a lady who had posted a picture on Facebook, in the Facebook group for our local area, saying, I have these pitchers for sale, like pitchers, you know, like pottery pitchers, like ceramic. Got them from a lady's house who, you know, we were cleaning it out, and they said we could have them. And I was like, started looking them up for her. And I was like, that's not worth anything. That's not worth anything. You know, that one's not worth anything. And then one of them, I was like, oh, I said, that one's worth like $150. And she was like, okay. When she was like trying to figure out where to sell it and all this stuff, I was like, maybe you should sell it on Mercari. If you never sold anything on eBay, Mercari's a lot easier. I looked on WorthPoint. They only come up, this particular print only comes up in this particular item about every 8 to 10 months. So they're pretty rare. I go ahead and buy it from her because she needed the money, like school was starting and she needed to buy school supplies and all this other stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'll give you $50 for it, which was a lot to invest in something, you know, that I have no experience selling, but I was just going off of my knowledge, and gave her $50 for it. And I went ahead and listed it, and I put it on auction because they only come up every 8 to 10 months. I would have did a buy it now for $149 and just let it roll. But I was like, let me put it on auction. 2 days after I put it on auction, somebody else puts theirs on auction. And I could have murdered them. So
I was like, don't they know?
Why didn't they just wait?
No, because let me tell you why. Because when I'm selling something, I do research, and I'm going to know if there's another one just like mine up for sale.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is since they only come up every 8 to 10 months, if my auction ended, the bidders that didn't win mine would have immediately went to this new auction that started the next day or even 5 minutes later and bid on that one because they're already trying to win one. They didn't win it. Oh my gosh, here's another one. Let me go bid on that.
Right.
Well, my auction ended at $56. Their auction ended 2 days later with 2 of my original bidders. I had 3 bidders. 2 of my original bidders started bidding over there on that one. And hers sold for $141.
Oh, that stinks.
And I was like, I did a good deed. I did a good deed. I did a good deed. I helped a lady with school supplies. I did a good deed. But I was like, really? Why did you do that? We could have both won.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's the name of the game. Name of the game. But let me show you the print. So that way, if you see it, you'll know to pick it up. All right. So here is, it's a Royal Dalton. This is called Blue Poppies. There's also a pink poppies. It looks just like this, but the flowers are pink. It's not as pretty. This particular print is pretty rare, and if you can find the plates or any of the other pieces, they all sell for, you know, 50, 60, 70, 100, 150. Some of these bigger, there's a bigger vase than this, sell for upwards of, you know, close to $200.
It's so pretty.
It is really pretty. But yeah, so keep an eye out for it. This is I did not clean this at all because I didn't want them to even think that I cleaned anything, because it had some condition issues that I didn't want to deal with, and I wasn't even going to attempt to do anything. So I was like, you guys can restore it. But here's the Royal Dalton logo. Not everything Royal Dalton is worth anything, so always do your research. But yeah, I got jacked over on my auction. I'm really sad.
How much was actual shipping on that?
It cost me $15 to ship it because I double boxed it.
Yeah, I double box almost everything breakable that I send.
Yeah, I double boxed it. Okay, and then this one actually was really good. Now, this particular Starbucks mug actually typically sells for over $100. I don't know what was wrong with mine, but they didn't want to pay over $100 for mine, which is fine. So I actually ended up taking a best offer on this for $55 because this was a 99-cent mug. And I'm sorry, but I'm poor and broke right now because I haven't been working, and I need to set up like some kind of like GoFund Deb because I'm in dire straits and it's my own fault. So that's what I'm going to say. I'll take credit for it and say it's my own fault, but I need your help.
We'll help you. We'll have an auction. Dwayne, set up an auction.
Dwayne, set up a charity auction for me, please. No, I'm getting it together. I really am. You'll probably get a video from me talking about paying off debt and all this other stuff because I basically lived off my credit cards for a little while. But anyway, back to this mug. I took the $55 and sent it off. I actually went to Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was
and
on this one?
Yeah, she was really happy with the way I packaged it, and but keep an eye out for this one. The one does really well. It's Canadian. That's a Canadian bear.
Yeah, coffee mugs are expensive to ship. Like, I shipped one this morning and I only charged, what did I charge? I think I charged like $7.95 for shipping, but actual shipping was $9 something.
Yeah, because they're 2 pounds. They're gonna ship at 2 pound rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other two things that I sold were, this sat in my garage for a year because it just sat there. But I went ahead and put it on Mercari. I kept dropping the price. I think I started it at 80. And I kept dropping the price every 3 days. And then somebody bought it for $57 plus shipping. These suckers weigh 14 pounds.
Dang. I need to get me one of those air fryers.
I actually just found another one the other day. This exact same thing.
I need to start looking at those at Goodwill to see if I can find one.
Yep. And then another Mercari success was $40 for these hair curlers. They're the Clairol 20s that I've been talking about for like 5 years now. They still do really well. And I know people say, you keep saying sell these curlers and I can't sell them. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Maybe I'm just like the hair curler whisperer or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, $40. These fit perfectly in the eBay 10 by 8 by 6 box. And yeah, so that was it. That's what I did. I did other things, but
yeah, didn't you sell something recently? Did you take a picture of it in a basket, or was that something else? Did somebody in our chat do that?
Do what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there was something in a basket, like at Goodwill, and across the bottom it said sold or something like that.
That wasn't mine. I was making fun of people who buy Ray Dunn at TJ Maxx and don't even take it out of the store before they list it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've done that too. I've sold things while I was still in the store, but I at least don't have it like sitting in the basket.
That was Deb being snarky. It was funny.
I was making fun of people. I do that sometimes. But never in a mean kind of way.
No, it was funny. Is that T-fall? Is that like the new wave thing that I bought from the thrift store? Is it like that?
That particular T-fall one, no, it actually is inside, and it almost looks like a giant donut maker because it's almost like a bundt cake looking shape inside, and then the stuff like circles around in there. I was gonna keep it because I thought it was new when I bought it, and if they're new, they sell for over $100. And I've actually sold that before a couple years ago, but it was used, so I got to try it. And then that one was I was making hot wings, and I was like, oh, let me go get that air fryer I've had in the garage for a year, and I brought it inside, and I was like, oh, this one's new. Okay, let me check the price again. And they were selling for like over $100 new without the box. And I was like, I'll just put these wings in the oven, so.
Right.
But it wasn't new. It was used. When I actually got into opening it up, if you open up, no matter how new they look, open up a little screen inside and you'll find a speck of oil or a speck of something in there that, always try to open up any kind of filter or anything that's inside of those things because it looked brand new, but it wasn't.
So Yvon, do you like yours? Does it cook good?
Yeah, thank goodness Steph. Miss you, Steph, by the way. She sent me a manual. And so, yeah, I've used it. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of meat, but my man does. He's Pennsylvania farm boy, so meat and potatoes is what I got to do around here for him. So, but it helps.
You put meat in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like French fries and stuff.
No, it's big. It's one of the big ones. Like
she got a new wave, which is like the convection oven thing, right?
Yeah. And I'm proud to announce, as a matter of fact, my man just had his yearly physical and his cholesterol is perfect. And he gave me full credit.
Oh, wow. That's
right?
Awesome. I was trying to read the chat. I saw a question and then it scrolled away.
They are chatting it up.
I know. I missed everybody.
I love these people.
I missed everyone. I wish I had more interesting things to talk about because it seemed like, we've been gone for so long, but we've been gone for so long. We need to see each other.
And plus it was summer. None of us, I think all of us kind of go real low key in the summer because it's summer. It's family time. It's fun time.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Penthouse and Payments wanted to know, I sell on Poshmark clothing. Is it worth cross-selling on Mercari and Etsy? I saw somebody recently, actually, on Instagram, who is a really good clothing seller, who was saying that the Mercari performance for her right now has really stepped up a lot on clothing in the last. I know shoes do really well on Mercari. I know that. But I don't sell clothes, so I don't know. But from what I've been seeing from other people, it was also interesting to note. I saw a post from somebody saying they were giving their stats. And I was like, oh, I sold this many on Poshmark. I sold this many on Mercari. And I sold this many on Vinted. And I thought it was really interesting that they didn't have any this minis for eBay. And it was like a high number. It was like I sold 67 things on Poshmark and 8 things on Mercari and no things like for eBay. So I don't know if they don't list there anymore or what, but I would say it's worth cross-posting if you're a person that keeps up with your phone. Some people don't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like if you're somebody that like is able to disconnect from your phone and you don't look at it for 2 or 3 hours, or you don't, you know what I mean? I'm not saying while you're sleeping, but if you're just not somebody that is attached like this to your phone, I wouldn't cross post. I think it's a bad idea, but it's up to you. What do you think about cross-posting, Yvon?
So far, I feel like all I can handle are my 2 eBay stores and Poshmark. I'm taking it in steps. So yeah, you're right. I have to have notifications set, so I can see just at a glance. I got to check. The first thing I do, and I don't like to do this, I like to lay in bed and think for a while, meditate for at least a few minutes. What's the joy of not having an alarm and being self-employed? But anyways, so because I went back to Poshmark, now I have to grab my phone. I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying how it is. And I have to check real quick, what did I sell on eBay? Because then I got to go pull it, vice versa. So, and then I do put my phone back down before I start on social media, though.
It can definitely be something that you have to keep up with, because even yesterday, I was scrolling through my eBay because I was trying to check to see, I was like, oh, is anybody paying attention to my things I listed yesterday? And I was like, holy crud, those shoes are still on here. I sold those shoes on Poshmark on Friday.
Oops.
And so just last night I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, end listing. Like, I don't know how I forgot to take it off. I took them off of Mercari, but I didn't go in and take them off of eBay.
I definitely think it's worth it, especially it's so easy to cross post things. I mean, you don't even have to be at home or have anything with you to cross post to Mercari and Poshmark. If you've listed it first on eBay, you can just copy and paste everything while you're waiting to get new tires, or you're waiting somewhere, just to waste time. You could just be cross posting your stuff. That's what I do.
Yep.
So
yeah, go ahead.
If all those other platforms are as lenient, you can get away with it. But if they're hardcore like eBay is with ending listings, I think that we would have to think about that. Mm-hmm. How easy is it? How forgiving are they if I make a mistake? eBay's not.
It's like people that say like, oh, I don't like to list on Bonanza because Bonanza screws my stuff up, and everything I sell over there I already sold on eBay. And I'm like, yeah, but who cares? You just cancel it and send their money back and go, oops, right. Bonanza didn't update my, like, what are you gonna do? Get kicked off Bonanza? Who cares?
I get what you're saying.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oopsie doopsies, like.
I mean, stuff happens. Life happens. Sometimes you can't find something. And I don't feel like we should, unless you've like done it like, 3 times in 1 month. I mean, come on.
I mean, if it's a constant occurrence, once a week is too much. 2 times a month is too much. But you know what I mean.
Right.
I wanted to talk about something. I don't know. I brought it up before the show, and I wanted to talk about this. But anybody in the chat or that views this afterwards familiar with what I noticed yesterday when I was listing about the downfall of the value of American Girl dolls? I bought this doll, like, sight kind of unresearched for $19. And I believe it was a huge mistake. I haven't researched her at all. I was actually researching my daughter's old doll. And on eBay, the dolls are selling for like $30. What happened?
Right.
I was talking to some friends in the $1,500 room chat, and they were saying that like their Goodwill was charging $99 for American Girl dolls. And I'm like, you can buy a doll with dresses and accessories and shoes for like $40. Like, what happened? It just went down. Yeah, that Hello Thrifty. No, for used dolls.
I mean, is there a new doll? Is there a hip new doll?
No, there's always new dolls. They do new dolls every year. But you could get a good $75-$80 on an American Girl doll. And they're just like, I was looking at the solds, and there's just like unsolds for way not any money.
Maybe you should just hang on to it for a while, Deb.
Yeah, maybe Q4. I don't know. Speaking of Q4, does anybody have any prediction? What is going to be the hot toy kids want? I don't have any young kids.
I don't even pay attention.
Any insight?
I'm not really awful mom that whenever the new hot craze toy comes out, I always just look at Maria and go, you're not going to get that right. she's like, oh yeah, I know. And then she'll get it like, a month after Christmas or whatever. Cause it's like, I'm not going to Why? But
Yeah.
Tracy was saying, I noticed that too about the American Girl dolls, that unless the body is white fabric instead of flesh tone, the dolls are pretty much worthless. I wonder what that means.
What does she mean? White? Oh,
Like their bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this one is flesh toned.
Okay.
So she said, unless they're white, I get, is that the older dolls that are white bodied?
Yeah, what does that mean? Tell us.
Tell us, Tracy, tell us. I had to cancel my lunch with Tracy last week. I was really sad. I was going to go have lunch with Tracy, and then my daughters and kids and things, and it just went off the booties. See, the doll that I had inside said 2008 on it, and this one doesn't even have a year.
So she says the older dolls are white.
The ones that say Pleasant whatever company, or because this one says American Girl on the back. The other one says Pleasant something something. Yeah. Got junk in the trunk. Says white or vintage originals.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Definitely.
Yeah, because they, American Girl, it used to be something like I bought a couple of them before that, like I paid up for, like I paid like $40 for, But there's this one, like I paid $20 for it, and I'm like, that was too much money. So,
yeah,
I don't know. Well, what else do you want to talk about?
What we
any
picked
questions
up?
in the chat? Huh?
What we picked up?
What did you pick up?
Okay. So I got a couple pair of shoes this morning. I've kind of not been buying so many shoes, but I paid up a little bit for these because I felt like they're good brands. Now this one I've never personally sold before, but it's called Fly London.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this one
brand.
has the tag on it. And I paid $10 for these. But
Nice.
I was looking at the comps, and I think I could get at least 60 to 70 for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've sold those. It's like Doc Martin.
Yeah, I'm going to hold out for that price too, because I'm tired of buying stuff and, not making money off of it. So these are just going to go to my storage unit. I am so serious. Like, I just sent a bunch of stuff to auction this week, and I'm just selling it for nothing. I don't even care. It's just like, I'm tired of looking at it. I don't want to keep the same old stale inventory. I just want to move it so I can get my money back at least and go buy new stuff,
Yeah, it comes to that sometimes. Sometimes it comes
I
to
know.
that.
Sometimes I just get a little crazy and I just send everything to auction. So
yeah, I can understand.
So these are Sam Edelman boots. And I also paid up for these, were $12.99.
That's fine though. That you'll do well on that too.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I'm gonna ask $60 for these, I think.
Those look pretty clean.
Yep.
Yeah, they are. So I'm excited about these. I looked up the comps on Poshmark, and I think a pair just like these sold for $60. So
yeah, those look good.
I'm excited about those. For that price, $12.99.
I'm happy with both of those. I'd have done it.
Okay, cool. Good to know. What'd you pick up, Yvon?
Well, I'm gonna do a haul video, so there's some typical stuff like free people and whatnot, and then there's some unique stuff and some vintage, because you guys know I lean that way. But I did pull out one item to talk about now, mostly because I'm hoping I can get some help. So I hope that's not rude. Okay, so here's one item. I paid $7.99. I think I got Dad's senior discount, so knock a little off. Can you see it?
I thought you said
Okay,
my senior
here's far
discount.
away. Now I'm going to come up close. It's some kind of European. Okay, am I doing it? I can't really see. Is that good, Deb?
Burger?
The label.
Yeah,
Look how cute it is. It's some kind of little, I don't know. So this is gingham, right? This is gingham, not checks. And little rosettes. And some kind of like, I won't say milkmaid, but some kind of like Oktoberfest German.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looks like something they wear at like King's Beer Garden here in Houston. It's a German restaurant. So
yes, and I thought, and I love to find the European stuff. I don't know if it's vintage or not. And I also thought a rockabilly girl would like this too, would do this. And it's really well made, suit lined, so cute. some kind of, let me put it up again, some kind of little metal things on it. So cute. There's the label again if anybody knows anything and wants to help me out. Thank you.
Florida Bargain Diva says it's a dirndl.
Okay. I'll use a translator. I'll go online and use a
Oh.
translator to try to.
I don't know anything about clothes.
But
However, let me show you a piece of clothing I bought. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like I can get at least $60 for this, is what my gut is telling me without even research. That's what it's telling me. I'm going to, and maybe I'll be surprised that it might be worth more, but I'm thinking $50, $60. And then, okay, this is a pickup. This is something I bought myself off of eBay, but I want to talk about it for the girls. I had my nails done for eBay Open. Okay, how long ago was that? 3.5 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm coming close. Okay, look at the, I know they're growing out, but look at the tips.
She just wants to show us her ring.
Okay. Oh. Sorry. Other hand. Sorry.
You see, I got my eyebrows done.
I'm right-handed. Okay, sorry. Anyways, I use the new, I don't really get my nails done. The last time I did it was Hannah's wedding, and I had the fake tips put on, and it hurt. So I went anyways, and the lady told me about the new dip. It's some kind of dip powder.
I heard about that.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, you guys. If you like to have your nails done and don't like, I'm not going to talk too much longer. It's cost me $45. This kit cost me $80. It's Gelish or Chiaro, the two top ones I read. And I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm going to teach myself how to do this myself. What a value. Can you believe that? That's
awesome.
And you don't have to be perfect because you just dip. And so it makes that line all by itself, or all these different patterns. So I just wanted to talk about that because it's pretty exciting. And then I got these little things to soak it off.
So how do you do for French with a dip?
When you dip it, it's this special bowl. Watch some videos on it. When you dip it, there's this special bowl, and it makes the smile line all by itself. Hello. So I don't see why we can't teach ourselves to do that and save a couple $100 or $100 a month, because you'd have to do it twice a month. And plus, and now that I'm watching videos, there's so many patterns, and it's just really fun. So I just wanted to tell the ladies, if you've heard about the dip but haven't looked into it, it's fun and exciting. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than just the gel nails. Like I just get the gel, but I don't want to do my own nails. I enjoy someone else doing them.
Well, still, and I get that.
I'm lazy.
Will you try the dip next time you go? Try that instead. I think you're going to like it a lot better, because you'd also, that UV light. Okay, here I go. Gen X. I worry about, anti-aging things. The UV light, I don't want those spots on my hands, but anyways.
Wait, what spots are we talking about?
Because it's like a tanning bed. It's like a tanning bed for your hands.
Are my feet going to have those spots too?
Yes.
What do these spots look like? How do I know I don't already have them?
You probably do.
I don't want to be
never
rude.
heard of
I'm just
this.
saying. There's an alternative now.
Yeah, that's you just tanning your hands and feet. You're putting them directly in UV lights.
So I'm tanning them when my nails are curing, or whatever the word is?
Because it's UV lights. That's what the sun is.
Huh.
You're not going to die, though, Tonya.
No.
I'm just saying.
It doesn't smell like a tanning bed in there.
But it's aging. It's like UV lights the age.
Oh, my hands are so old looking. Oh, my goodness.
I think you will love the dip. Any of you ladies, I hope you'll try it, either at the salon or for yourself. I think you'll love it. It's better. The reason I'm saying it's better value for our money. They last longer. That's all.
Wow. I'm always the last to know everything. Look at the chat. Everybody's saying age spots.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to talk about the skirt. I bought a skirt.
Oh, my goodness.
I bought a skirt. It has a tag. But it's a modesty skirt with embroidered butterflies on it, with only a little tiny 3-inch little walking slit. and it's full length all the way. All the way down. It's 48 inches long, so it's definitely a modesty skirt. But I paid, I think, what, $7.99 for it or something like that. And it's a really good size. It's a 2X. It's made by Fancy Denim. I found one at the time that I bought the thing, but now I can't find it anymore. But the last one I think I saw that sold, it was used and it sold for like $30.
Yeah, that's really cute.
It's got the little butterflies on the pockets.
Oh.
And they're button pockets.
They look like patches. Are they patches, like embroidered?
They're embroidered, but they're not patches. Like they're just embroidered onto the fabric.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, so I bought a skirt.
It is cute.
I'm going to list it today.
That's awesome.
I was going to list it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. My earbud fell out. I can't hear anything. Sorry. And that's all I have to show, because all I really have going on around here is a bunch of coffee makers and appliances and stuffed animals, stuff like this.
Oh, is that Muttley?
This is, well, it's one of the Sandra Boynton ones. You know Sandra Boynton?
Mm.
What?
Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. She sells vases too, right? She
has cups and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
The Boyton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just quite a following. So
I had no idea about stuffed animals, though.
Oh, yeah. I have one listed now. I haven't listed this other one yet. Here, I'll show you.
My radar goes to Furbies. Like, I'm always looking for Furbies.
I just got a Furby the day before yesterday.
Really? I was just in my favorite thrift store, like the one right by my house, and I saw a lady. When I got there, she had 2 Furbies in her basket, and I was like...
Are Furbies selling well, or are you just collecting them?
I'm just hoarding them.
Yeah, because Maria, I mean, I just buy them for Maria because she hoards them as well. So, like, she's 19 now.
Yeah, I've lost track of my count. I probably have at least 10, if not more.
Dwayne says that he needs proof that I'm going to list the skirt. I have to, like, I guess I'll just list it, and then I'll have to put a post about it and go, ha, Dwayne. Well, that's all I have to talk about today. Do y'all have anything exciting coming up? I know, Yvon, you said you were doing a haul video.
I'm going to do a haul video either after I eat or maybe tomorrow.
And what about you, Tonya? You do your jewelry detective show tomorrow, correct? Because every Wednesday.
No, we're actually taking tomorrow off, but I will be doing a Poshmark sales update video soon. So trying to get back into the swing of things now that the kids have gone back to school, and hopefully going to be bringing you guys more content on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to do more videos too. I'm going to actually go back to doing my what I'm listing videos.
Oh, yeah, I love those.
They were great because I saved the drafts, and so they're actually like a twofer because they're kind of like a haul video, only I've already had this stuff. And some of the stuff I did just recently buy, but some of the stuff I've had for like a year. And so I get to like do the research and save the draft. And then when I get done with the video, then I can just go take pictures and then like go back in because I've already priced it. Because when you're doing a haul video, you're kind of pricing it, you know?
Right.
You're like, oh, it's $30. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start doing those again. I really like doing that. I only did like 2.
And eBay's and Bacon.
And I'm going to go back to doing eBay's and Bacon. I was telling the girls before we went live, I'm going to have to do an eBay's and Bacon and explain what's been going on for the past year. Yes. And expect me to ugly cry Kim Kardashian style. I'm not going to be able to wear any eyeliner or mascara. Oh, I forgot to put mascara on today. But yeah, it's going to be, it's heavy. So anyway, yeah, I didn't just disappear because I disappeared. I disappeared because I just got a lot of stress going on. But it's time to get past that because it didn't help. It just made things worse. So gotta get back into eBay and doing eBay's and Bacon. And then I have, I want to do a sales update video, just all the things that I've sold in the last 3 months, which shouldn't be that long.
Right.
Right.
Because I think I sold hang on. I used to do them every week and the dang video would be like an hour and a half long. And I
Right?
think this one's for 3 months and it'll probably be an hour long.
I need to do one too.
I'm like the queen of I was gonna. What?
Right. But now, you know what? Now I'm hesitant because I was in my favorite Goodwill earlier this week, and one of the employees said that she saw my video on YouTube. And I'm wondering, like, are the managers maybe watching? Like, are they watching these sales update videos to find out what I'm selling stuff
How
for?
about we just don't tell people where we live?
Yeah.
But I had 49 sales on eBay and then a couple on Poshmark and about 8 or 10 on Mercari and then a bunch on Amazon.
Yeah, 49's good.
That's a pretty big number.
Yeah.
For one video, but it's not a pretty big number for 3 months. So, but that's okay.
Yeah, that'd be a long video.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, ladies, you have anything else before we go? Thank you everyone for joining us. Sorry, it was kind of a little scattery. I was totally nervous about coming on before we came on. It's been a long time, but we'll be back hopefully every week. And love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.